All right. Yeah, I think this is episode 93. I kind of lost count, but we got a special guest here today. Mike, what, you want to introduce him?
I guess.
I was number 93 in high school.
Yeah, this is my guy, Skeez. Skeez is let's say I met you, 4 years ago? 4 years ago in Los Angeles, right?
Probably around 21, when I was about 21.
When you were 21, yeah. So
No, I was probably 20.
That gives us no context as listeners, but...
I'm 37 in March.
But yeah, Skeez is, quickly became one of my favorite guys in LA. And that's not saying much because there's not many good guys out there.
You know who you are.
I'm kidding. But no, seriously, one of my favorite guys. Before I knew he had the voice of, I don't even know, Chris Stapleton. It's like a Fergie Jesus, Chris Stapleton. Fergie Jesus, Chris Stapleton, all in one. Yeah. Just one, a smorgasbord of those three, maybe.
Yeah, he's good.
Great little smoky tone on him. Great singer.
Shout out American Spirit.
Yeah, one of the guys I've insinuated about, working with Skeez and been watching him closely for a while. And I actually realized I needed to call him in. Needed a big bro, call him in under the Stevenson Ranch, under the roof. Put him under the roof.
Yeah.
And get him to work.
Yep.
So Skeez is here with us. He came in and out in our few other Scottsdale homes.
He's like an outdoor cat. He's gone for a few months. And
when
then
I get hungry.
And then he's back again when he's hungry.
And you know what? He's gonna find something to eat out there. You're not worried about him. You know what I mean? He's not like a house cat. He'll be fine. It might not be pretty, but he will come back. He'll be fine. Might smell a little.
Have a couple scratches.
Might smell a little funky. Have a couple
scratches on him.
But he will find his meal. So yeah. But Skeez is joining kind of the group for a while here and working on some tunes. Him and I have been working on some music, but just developing his music further. And he's actually going to be like, we'll be putting records out under For the Homies. He'll be like kind of the first For the Homies guy that we put records out. That's not necessarily my records. All up to this point, it's just been mine. And I'm super excited for the Steves to get to know him. We're bringing him on tour, so I think a lot of the people, our fans, that's kind of how I do things, is like show, like the Chug Bud. Like I showed the Chug Bud a lot before we acknowledge that.
You got to showcase the merchandise.
Yeah, just like, and I think people have seen him just doing an array of different dance moves in different venues.
Playing a lot of sports.
Playing a lot of recreational sports, losing to me in beer pong a lot.
Yeah, allegedly.
But yeah, it's about to be kind of Skeez's little coming out party. And although it's not my first rodeo, it will be his first rodeo on the
first rodeo.
Yeah. So it's Mike's not my first rodeo tour, but it's Skeez's first rodeo tour.
Yeah, Skeez, how you feeling about going on the road with us of all people?
Nervous.
Yeah.
Nervous to say the least.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, man. I haven't really.
Hold the mic a little closer.
Huh? Hold the mic a little closer.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really done the performing, besides on like an athletic stage. Which I was which was overwhelming.
Middle school fucking basketball or what?
This guy was.
What was your high school stats?
Varsity, it got tough. It got cheeky. JV though,
it's more of a stature issue.
It was a stature issue. I shot to 5'7" early. I went back down to 5'6" when I hit about 17.
You started drinking at 17?
Yeah.
It was the ciggies at a young age, I bet.
Yeah, it was probably the ciggies early. No, yeah. So I'm excited to get out there on tour, but I'm not really sure how to play it so far. So
yeah, I mean, look, it's
we'll take it. We'll take it day by day.
Well, first things first.
Day by day.
Great live singer. I know that just from
blacked out.
Yeah, just you being blacked out, sticking your heart out to a few little shorties.
It's half my game.
It is.
It's half my game.
It's not a bad game though.
No.
Yeah, I mean the other is kind of this side of it. I don't know if you haven't been to any of my shows, have you?
I went to one of your shows in Los Angeles.
The pop-up one.
This was the last one you ever did, I think. Right?
It was the pop-up one, though. It wasn't like a real show.
Well,
you get
first time I got to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a blast.
Yeah.
I was a mess.
Whole town knows you had an awesome time.
Everyone knew. I was having a blast, man.
Hey, honey, you think KFC's open?
Yeah, it was the first time I'd seen Mike in action, though. Besides at the ranch.
But the other aspect
was this at the El Rey Theater?
No, this was at the Rocks.
No, this was the one we did on remember we did
yeah.
It was like Mike's Space before Only Steve's.
Yeah, that wasn't even like a real show. That was like a little pop-up show kind of. Yeah.
Well, it was like trying to make like a kind of before Only Steve's developed. It was like kind of like a club thing where like like we text them and tell them to go. But yeah, the other side of performing that I think is really kind of our style, at least how I developed on stage, is just like banter. Oh yeah. Just
I'm doing half a stand-up show.
Yeah.
The second I panic,
Yeah, but that's your bag.
Yeah, the second it doesn't work,
that's your bag.
I'm pointing at somebody in the stands.
Yeah.
Start heckling.
It will be really good. But look, this is it's a fan base that's very, very, very friendly overall. It is. Ernest made a good point though about opening.
Yeah.
Or it's dog shit.
It's just like, but this is why it's good the way you're kind of coming in under the umbrella. It's not like a random Ernest was more random than you sure. At the time.
But it's dog shit opening for Mike though.
Yeah, well, it's just like
you don't really stand a chance.
You're standing
They're there
in between.
For a reason. They're there for a reason, and it's not to see me go out there and shake my dick around and.
That's why I
put on my own little vibe.
I would go for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really so. In our plans, we won't say too much about it, but the Steves will get some new records from Skeez, maybe with Papa Steve on it, maybe not. I don't know. That's hearsay.
Yeah, it's hearsay.
But just get some records rocking beforehand. So he already has some great records out, but the records he has in development. Are really good.
That's the other thing though that that does make me a little bit nervous about the tour, because I spent most of my I haven't been making music for too long, but and most of the music that I do make and the music that I listen to, I'm soft. Like I'm listening to Vanessa Carlton, fucking Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
So like I was that's what we're gonna be doing when we go to Austin. Is I'm trying to find my sound still. I'm a songwriter too, so a lot of the records that I have were not meant for me to start with, even though I do love them. So like I'm still trying to find out how to make records that your fans are gonna like on tour.
Yeah,
and ones that are gonna be like tour friendly.
I'll cut you off right there. I think some of the ones you have are spot on.
Yeah, and you can always just do a cover of Boys of the Summer and you win people over immediately.
I didn't tell
you. I'm trying to get Boys of the Summer.
No, I'm doing Boys. We already talked
into the set.
I'm doing Boys of the Summer at some point. 100%.
All I'm saying is my birthday is on the Cleveland show, so just keep that in mind. The both
done
of
and
you.
done.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the records you have right now are really in the right ballpark. I think the fans are gonna eat them up. And it's like I wouldn't call it soft. It's just like kind of that country. You love country music.
Yeah.
It's a little less like rap, a little less urban than my music.
Well, it's just like I think they're coming there for they're coming there for a party.
Yeah,
it's not
really
a traditional
agree.
show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like.
So I'd like to keep the energy up, and not do 5 ballads in a row.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting at.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I don't even think that's not even on my radar. I think a lot of the records you have right now can really play. So we'll develop them.
Yeah, I'm fucking excited. Skeez, how old are you, by the way?
24.
Yeah, we were just talking about how
the young man.
We were watching
Kobe year.
We were watching football yesterday, and Mike, you were like, we never like sit down and like bro out like this with like getting wings and drinking beers and like watching football. We're all kind of like on our own vibe usually.
Oh yeah.
But then it's like Skeez is like when you have like a
Blue guy.
When you have an old dog and you get a new puppy to like energize the old dog again.
Yeah.
You're like our young puppy in the house,
Making us feel young
and you
again.
make us feel.
Dude.
I feel like revitalized whenever you're around.
One thing that bothers me about Michael over here is a buddy refuses to be a fan of the game. It doesn't matter which game.
I'm not a fan of anything.
I'm a fan of the game. I got the Chiefs jersey on. I'm a Browns guy. It's just
Wait, whose Chiefs jersey is that?
Oh, this is Kelsey's. You're a little. You heard me.
I mean, you can't lose. You can't lose with some Kelsey.
I'm a tight end guy. I've always been a tight end guy.
Pause.
No. Play. No pause.
It's I was sitting here on the couch the other night it was Friday night, right here, with Skeez, and I was like, "What do you think? What do you think the fans think?" Like the fans are like,
Oh my god.
"What do you think Mike's doing right now?" It's like Friday night.
He probably got a bunch of bitches. They probably just did 10 chug buds, bro. They're going.
They're probably
but
going
you should have saw the form he had on the couch. My guy had his toes up. Looked like he was getting pampered.
I think I was cradling.
He was cradling the big pillow.
I was cradling a big pillow, like spooning it, and I had watched like 5 shows, like maybe 3-4 hours of Righteous Gemstones.
I walked in on you guys that day. I came home at like 4 p.m. Both of you were passed out on actually opposite couches where you are right now.
All we do is just stand. All we do in this house is just like we go to different standing zones, different seating zones,
different
and just alternate.
Bump into each other. Hey, how are you?
That's all we ever do.
Yeah.
But to your point, we don't. Man, like think about it. We've been doing it. We've been doing it since we were his age or before. So it's like for us to evolve and for us to not get stale in this lifestyle and like just not be fucking people you look at and you're like, these guys are losers. Like, you know what I mean? Like in a sense, not to say it matters what anyone thinks, but like for us not to be losers, like if we're doing the same thing we were doing,
right.
10 years ago.
You have to evolve. You have to, as
or
a person.
8 years ago, whatever it is, like it's just not. So a lot of the time, like this time, Stevenson Ranch is like, I mean, Skeez has a good vantage point because he's in and out, but it's like, I mean, we go through my version of balance. It's the Tao.
You're dumb as dogs.
TAO. But the balance, like, instead of me saying like, oh, like I'll have a few drinks and chill, and then like, I'll go to a little party, stop by a party, do this. No. Like that balance is not achievable for me in that aspect.
The casual cocktails are foreign.
It doesn't happen. Like
It's foreign.
So I go like when I'm in that vibe, I got one speed more or less. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for the other 90, 85, 90% of the time, I'm using it like efficiently and I'm on a whole different vibe so that when I'm in that 10% bag where I'm going bananas, it's like, it doesn't snowball and then become a fucking delinquent. You know what I mean?
That's why I refer to the birthday Halloween as, I call it the Super Bender.
Yeah. That was the Super Bender.
Super Bender.
That was,
and it was a blast.
Yeah, it was.
I was a caddy for Halloween. Extremely classy. I had a broadcaster with me. I had a golfer with me.
Yeah, you were there.
We were the Golf Channel as a crew.
I like that.
Yeah,
great
it was
group
great.
costume. Really good group costume.
They know who they are. Yeah, the fellas.
Yeah, we had. I mean, obviously, it was the birthday extravaganza.
We brought out the cake.
It was Halloween.
With the cigarettes.
My candles were cigarettes.
The
lit
cigarette
cigarettes.
Lit
Yeah, the lit
cigarettes.
cigarette cake. We burn those.
Which
now.
I never sent to Barstool. I was supposed to send that night, I think.
Yeah, it's all right. It lived on my social media.
We had a bunch of athletes around. I mean, that was enough partying for probably like 4 months of time.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
And we've rehashed what I learned since then.
Yeah.
Since then, I've been, I just read today in my journal. I'm journaling. I'm now 93 days or 90, like I think maybe 91 or 93 days, something like that. And I've drank 9 times.
Wow.
So
9 cocktails in 90 days.
No, I wouldn't say 9 cocktails, but I've drank 9 occasions. There's been 9 occasions.
You got the angle
of drinking, So
I wish we had game tape from the Super Bender, though. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
There was one moment where I knew Mike was done, about to go on this sabbatical.
Yeah. What was it?
I don't even know if I need to dial into it, but it was me and Sammy Wilk. We're trying to go find Mike. We haven't seen him in a little bit, and my buddy is just he's sitting there in his bedroom. We poke our heads in, and he's just fucking. I can't reenact it. But my guy's laying on he's got knees on the floor, hands on edge of bed, and he's sleeping there. We try and wake him up. He's trying to crawl his way back up. He gave up halfway through. You gave up halfway through. You had everything you needed, though.
I had nothing left.
And you were trying to use the blanket as leverage, but you got it down to the floor with you.
Yeah, win-win. I would say that was my biggest example maybe ever of just leaving it all out on the floor, which I did. I left it all out on the floor.
You did.
And,
Correct.
And what I will say is, I think one of my favorite records, Skeez and I, we
were on a tidal wave.
At whatever, I don't know what day that was in the Bender. I went into like a work portal for like an extended period of time.
Yeah.
And Skeez was in there with me for a good amount of it.
There was a point in time, it was, let's say for the sake of it, it ended on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it did. Let's say for the sake of it did. It was Saturday. Mm-hmm. It was your birthday night, I think. It was I was in my caddy fit. Mm-hmm. And it was that Saturday. And it was probably like 5 a.m. But there was like 50 people in the bedroom.
It was.
There was like 50 people.
We're just playing all the.
And me and you were just fucking. We thought we were Kanye and Pharrell.
We were.
Yeah, we were in our
Pretty
duffel.
sure we were.
We were in our duffel.
No one can tell you otherwise.
But it was it was honestly, it was some of the most fun I've had making music in a long time.
Yeah, one of my favorite records right now. Up Again.
Up Again, yeah, which is on Only Steve's.
It is on Only Steve's.
Which is on Only Steve's.
That will yeah.
Head on over to Only Steve's now.
Yeah.
I'm about to have my own portion on Only Steve's where I'm just throwing nudes.
Only Skeez.
Yeah, Only Skeez.
Yeah, Only
I'm not
Skeez.
going to put any music.
Just
It's just going to be
shirtless shots
meat
of you around the
grilling.
house.
Yeah, meat grilling.
Yeah. Just do it.
You're
Guys
washing
stuff.
vegetables.
Counterfeit,
Guy stuff.
Sell
You're right.
counterfeit Chiefs jerseys.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. We'll keep the music for later.
In the Bible, many people experienced name changes. And those name changes were very pivotal moments in their lives. You have transformed through your time here, and you need to have a new name that represents that transformation. I'm excited for all the journeys you'll go on from here, and I trust that you will impact many people's lives in the process. I'm honored to have known you. For now, your name is Steve. OnlySteves.com.
But we had a magical run. I mean, magical run. That was the old Scottsdale crib.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned it, but we're headed to Austin next. So we're headed
back to Austin.
We're headed to Austin. Yeah, same crib, but I'd like to add, it's been renovated. About 200 grand's been put into that inside, which was already nice inside. So I'm very excited. But I was just telling Skeez before we sat down, I will be calling, I had a vision of it today. I will be calling a little bit of a huddle once we arrive in Austin.
We're going to have to.
I'll put my coaching cap on, and we're just going to go into a big lockdown phase of work.
Take a knee.
We got to, everyone's going to have to, come up, take a knee.
Take a knee, clip.
And we're going to need to just get to work because there's just so much to do. We're going to shoot stuff for him. We got to finish some of his records.
Yeah.
There's so much music for me to finish. And, content for us. Mm-hmm. Gearing up for tour.
I mean, playoffs are around the corner. You either show up or you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Win or go home.
Win or go home.
Yeah.
It's about that time for us.
It's pretty simple.
It's pretty simple, yeah.
It's going to be really fun. But that's kind of next on our agenda. Then we'll roll right into tour, more or less. We'll go to Nashville for some rehearsals.
Yep.
Rehearsals will be good for you. You get.
I don't even know what to like. You guys are going to be weak.
So you really haven't performed ever?
I've done 2 shows my whole life.
Yeah.
It was in Omaha with my best friend, John Abood. We call him Tits, respectfully.
And how did they go?
We had a blast. It was actually the Omaha show.
Your Omaha swag is just, you are Omaha.
You guys, God, bro, I don't think people get it. It is, my buddies back home are the funniest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And I've met, I've bounced around.
Yeah.
But, like 2 years ago, I did an acoustic show in Omaha with my dog, and started off with what's that record? It's by Train.
A cover.
Jupiter.
That she's back.
Something to Jupiter.
Yeah, Drops of Jupiter.
Drops to Jupiter.
Drops of Jupiter.
Love that song.
Dog, it was fucking, bro. I was out of.
Just goes out and sings Train covers.
Oh, bro, I was ripping Train. I ripped the
number
Bieber
one
record.
Train.
I did the Bieber
cover
record.
band.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I had all my.
You had a few of your own songs out, right?
Yeah, I did Mama. I brought my mom on stage for it. We were blacked out as a pair. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it was one of the best nights of my life, honestly, because it was like I really did fall in love with. I fell in love with it.
Yeah,
and I probably
you're gonna fucking love it. You're gonna crush it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Just the Steve's probably geek to us because these are big shows. So it's funny, but there's
I'm getting thrown into a wild.
So many people are hitting me to to open. It's like a huge look.
I got an email today. Actually about an hour ago.
I didn't even know you had an email.
Back when I was doing insurance, I got an email today. Somebody asking me if they could open for you. And I was like, well, where do I stand?
You're on the web.
Where do I stand now? If I let this guy open for you, take my spot.
They're hitting the wrong guy.
Yeah, take my spot.
Literally the worst guy you can hit.
Anybody but me.
Yeah, you're just in the ecosystem. You start getting.
But I'm telling you though, I'm gonna walk out there. It's a lot of people, and I'm gonna get weak.
Yeah, you're gonna get nervous. You think?
Oh well, I mean, I'm gonna be hammered, but dialed back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be tweaking.
Yeah, I don't think you should be nervous.
But it's like
You never strike me as a nervous guy, though.
No, it's inside. I'll play it.
So
I'll play it. Give me 3 shows, I'll be in a bag.
Yeah.
Give me 3 shows, I'll be in a bag.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it
But,
at all.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm wondering if I'm going to be more nervous. I was a little nervous at the show I did in Omaha and the show I did one in my college town, Lincoln, in Nebraska, and I was like, I bumped into all these people that I went to college with and all these friends, just everybody. And I took a shot with every single person that I hadn't seen forever before I went on.
So you just,
by the time I got up there, why was I even up there?
Yeah, maybe don't do that. Don't do that this time.
No, yeah, it was tough. But
no, I think you're gonna be surprised how many Steves.
I think I might be less nervous with more people because it's less.
Yeah,
it's less. You heard.
There's an element of that.
Yeah, it's way
especially
less.
when you're like in your hometown, like you're.
Oh my god!
All the people. Everyone.
My family was there.
Yeah.
I had my whole gang there.
Yeah.
But luckily they like to have a good time too.
Yeah.
But
I think you're gonna love it.
It's gonna be,
I think I'll be better off with more people, but I will be weak. I will be weak.
We'll get some records rocking and rolling, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah, we'll crush it.
I got a clump of liquid IV at the bottom of this cocktail.
Tell us what you're drinking.
Well, this is the offense and defense.
Explain.
It's vodka and liquid IV. But I don't have my fork. So the liquid IV is just in a clump at the bottom.
Yeah, just chew it.
So now I'm drinking vodka.
You're drinking vodka with
vodka
with a clump of liquid IV in the bottom.
Yeah. So the mix didn't work. You were told. Well, I don't know if I'm going to give him the. You heard.
I was just thinking the same thing.
No. Yeah.
I've hinted towards some things in the Keep Going lab department, right? Have we mentioned this at all, Kilmer?
No, not at all.
All right, we can use.
We don't got it.
No, we can. It's about that time anyway. We're working on some things.
Give the elevator pitch.
Yeah, the Keep Going Labs is essentially kind of a department, a compartment of what we do. It falls under the umbrella of like some of our brands and our companies, where like Stevenson Ranch, it's not Mike merch. It's it lives as its own thing. Like there's fans of Stevenson Ranch that aren't even fans of me. Like it lives on its own thing. We're kind of taking Keep Going in that direction, and Keep Going Labs is basically like working on yourself. Like, so I've been working on putting together my own journal, which is like, I get tons of people. How funny if you ever told me I'd be making a journal for other young men to follow along. But yeah, I think it's pretty crazy how many people show interest. And guys like, dude, I just don't know what to journal, like how you do it, or like what like there's a lot of interest in it. So it sparked that idea. I've been working on it for a long time now. Kind of slow playing it, but just wanted to make it like interactive and like prompting you and provoking thoughts of like things to reflect on and write on shit. So like things in that lane. Then there's the supplements. That's kind of what we were getting at. I'm gonna do Keep Going supplements. Those are all natural stuff. The highs, the lows, the in-betweens. The highs will be like a concentration. The lows is a CBN, which is like a sleep. It's help for natural sleep. Mm-hmm. And the in-betweens is like greens, where it's like all the nutrients you'd want. Like, hey, eat your your spinach, kale, those types of things.
Yeah.
And it will basically be like covering, the highs, lows, in-betweens of every day.
Yep.
And making it a Keep Going Labs product. So I think Skeez is the perfect fit to be the face. This is
y'all the epitome of health, and I have been for a long time.
You are.
I'm at the peak of my.
And it's just you like shirt off on the grill, making a Tito's and in a Keep Going.
Well, there's a mixture for every moment. That might
be it.
That's the tagline. There's a
mixture for every moment.
Yeah.
You're winding down. You're having
Walk
a glass of whiskey. If you're smoking your cigarette, if that's your vibe. If that's your vibe.
Respectfully.
Yeah. There's a mixture for that. Whiskey on ice. You put a little bit of. I don't know the name. Do a little bit of the jury.
It's the CBN. That's the nighttime wind down.
I don't know the acronym. I don't know what it means.
CBN. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a moment for that. Mm-hmm. You got a couple of the guys over. The Chiefs are playing.
Yeah.
The Browns, whatever you got. And, you know, it's something for you at the grill. Mm-hmm. It's something for you on the beer pong table.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that's a whole campaign.
Do you want to get to peak performance?
Exactly.
In any scenario.
And what does it take?
And what does it take? And are you willing to go to the next level?
Yeah.
Is the main question.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of guys can play.
Yeah. Exactly.
Are you gonna work with it? I forget the quote. It's you know, it's along the lines of, you know, like, what are you gonna do when no one's watching?
Yeah. Who are you when no one's watching?
Who are you when no one's watching?
Yeah.
You know, I'm drinking when no one's watching. I show you guys.
We may or may not have a song about that as well.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, do we?
Like nobody watching.
Oh my god, that was from the Super Bender as well.
Yeah.
I had to text Mike in the morning and said, you might have to give me a rundown.
You have to send me those.
What did we do?
We had some good shit.
We had a blast.
Yeah, we got a concept. That one of the records nobody's watching. That's kind of the idea.
But yeah, there's a mixture for every moment. Mm-hmm. I love that.
This year, like Skeez, even if he couldn't sing or do anything else, he would still be the face of all of our brands.
Yeah, well, people forget though. It's like I didn't, you know. I wish I could have dove into it earlier. People forget I'm not a singer.
Yeah,
I'm an athlete.
You're an athlete first.
I'm an athlete. Yeah. Bad back, bad knee, glass ankles.
5'7".
Well,
5'6".
Used to be 5'7".
5'6".
Used to be 5'7", depending on the sandals.
Coach really fucked you.
Oh, coach, me and coach. I might have to dive into how I quit basketball.
Yeah, walk us through.
Oh man, this was special. And you guys, I'm telling you, people think it's a joke. They think it's a joke.
I mean, we were sitting here, he's dead serious. We were sitting here yesterday. He's like, I should have been in the league watching the NFL game.
Dude, we were watching the game.
And like, Kilmer's like, what do you mean?
What do I mean?
And he's like,
I throw a gorgeous ball.
I will say this.
I'm the greatest athlete under 5'7". I'll put my life
I will say this.
I'll hang my hat on that.
Skeez is a very good athlete.
I'm a great athlete.
How many times have you beat Blue at pickup?
At pickup?
Yeah. 0.
Jesus Christ. 0.
I'm just trying to press your buttons, but how many times have you beaten me?
You better unpress them, bud.
Him not answering means zero.
I'll drop right now.
What's your win percentage on Blue?
Me and Blue have only played one-on-one, which is a very corny game. And we all know that. No, it is. One-on-one is a very corny game.
It's not pure show of skill.
It's not pure show of skill. It's not.
Because think of how many aspects of the game was with the team. You know what I mean?
I'm not a one-on-one guy. I don't like it. It's boring.
But if someone beats you on one-on-one, it means they're better than you at the game of basketball.
You're dumb and you're 6'2". And that's what you're forgetting. Mike's built like fucking Andy Janovich. And he's talking about, let's play one-on-one Skeez. I bet you.
I wouldn't even play you. You can't even get past the fucking guard keep.
You can't even get down the stairs, Mike.
What do you mean? I'll beat you right now.
Your back's broken. You're lucky we're at this house. Because this is not. I'm telling you. Here's what I'm saying.
You can't even be the gatekeeper. Blue Yump's the gatekeeper to me.
Here's what I'm saying. I am more and I'll go on record, I am more valuable to a basketball game than Matthew Blue Yup.
Maybe so.
I'm more valuable. The ball's on a string. I don't make mistakes. And if I'm in rhythm, it's going in.
And you throw a good ball as well.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
A gorgeous ball.
Me started about a spiral.
Play a little baseball as well.
I didn't play a little baseball. Dog, I'm telling you. Man.
If we went to the stat sheets, what would it say?
Oh, Jesus.
What would they say? What was your best?
You got to realize, man, I was having a blast in high school.
Yeah.
And hate to be this guy. Because I'm not a fan of this guy. Me and coach had some discrepancies.
Yeah. Couldn't get in the same page.
A lot of weed.
Couldn't get in the same page.
A lot of weed scenarios, alcohol scenarios. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't buying in to the program. And that was my downfall.
You sound like Blue Yup.
It's tough though, man. Me and my dad went to battle with my whole school. It was a blast.
Really?
Oh, real battle. My dad is the guy. Very, very extremely well-spoken guy. Mm-hmm. And he'd come down there, bro, and just put these guys in a blender. And, I'm not the type of guy, like, let's get your dad involved. Yeah. But my dad's a cool guy, Yeah. And he's a smart guy. Mm-hmm. And, I got screwed. I got caught smoking some dope. My coach said I stole his car. I didn't steal his car. Wow. I don't want to dive into that.
What a wild allegation.
Sweet. The thing is, I like the guys. They just threw me out of the bus. Yeah. It was tough.
Did you or did you not steal his car?
No, I didn't.
Allegedly.
He threw me the keys to the car. And he went, and then I got pulled over.
He gave it to me.
I was 14.
Yeah, Skeez has lived a very interesting, different life.
We were having a little baseball party. There's a lot, you know, all the guys. Everyone's, I'm drinking. The coaches are drinking, family. He says, Dressler, go get us some McDonald's. Throws me the keys to the car. He's got a headlight out. I'm cruising with my guy, Gary Story. Love you. I'm cruising with Gary Story. We get pulled over because of the headlight. He's asking me for my ID. I'm like, son of a bitch. Must have left it at home. Whatever. We go back to the house. Coach says I steal the car.
Oh, wow. He threw you to the,
He threw
me
me
fire.
to the vultures.
Wow.
But I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to get a guy in real trouble. I'm not an idiot, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll wear it. Thinking he's going to be like, hey, you know, my bad. Not how it went down. He was playing defense. I thought you were your brother because my brother's, you know, he was 16. Didn't work out. Nonetheless, shit went south. Got caught in a hot box. All went south. Great athlete, though.
Recreational, one of the better recreational athletes, would you say?
Oh, man. And I didn't have crazy love for the game.
Yeah.
But
You
now,
know what I mean?
Now you have a...
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a way better fan than I was teammate. You know?
yeah. Since the dawn of time, men have always loved to chug beer. In the old times of Bavaria, the men of Germany would spend their Oktoberfest drinking out of a festive beer stein. In the 1980s, fraternity brothers all over America spent their Greek week pounding beer out of a funnel. And for the last 4 decades, the world went silent. Then came the Chug Bud, the new revolutionary way to chug a beer. With the combination of a beer bong and a shotgun, this drinking device is scientifically proven to help you chug your beer quickly and easily. Oh, and did I mention it fits in your pocket? Go to chugbuds.com and use promo code YNK69 to get 10% off your entire order. That's chugbuds, CHUGBUDS.com, and promo code YNK69 to get 10% off your entire order. Chugbud, your beer just got a new best friend. That's what it is. Mike, you brought a book with you. Can we switch to a little spiritual? I want to talk about high school sports for the rest of this, if we really could. But
I'm the greatest athlete at all.
Skeez will talk about his athleticism for the next... I actually had a little excerpt for Skeez.
Oh, Jesus.
Because Skeez, I've never seen anyone... I'll go on record and say this.
yeah,
I've never seen anyone accept as many FaceTime calls as Skeez.
social guy.
Skeez has more friends maybe than anyone I've ever met.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I love people.
Yeah, that's a great... That's
And
not
it's
a,
genuine, too.
Yeah, that's not a bad. That's
And I
not a
love
bad thing
keeping
at all.
it.
It's not a bad thing at all. But keep your mind open to this.
Oh, Jesus.
You must be ruthless with your time.
Ruthless.
Learn to say no.
Uh,
Having the courage to say no to the little things in life will give you the power to say yes to the big things.
Big things.
Shut the door to your office when you need a few hours to work on a case.
Shut it.
Don't pick up the phone every time it rings.
Don't do it.
It's there for your convenience, not the convenience of others. Ironically, people will respect you more when they see that you are a person who values his time. They will realize that your time is precious and they will value it. Now, I was just thinking it because you picked up the call as I was reading that, but this is really this book is like crept its way. This is the monk who sold his Ferrari.
Yes.
It's jumped up, like it's in my top 5, I think, maybe ever. It's really fucking good, and I think it just speaks to me so because like I have a really interesting dynamic with time. Like as I get older, just trying to manage my time and do it like efficiently. Like there's a balance between like, you know, being in the moment and not judging everything for productivity, which, you know,
I was gonna say for me, it's between like routine and spontaneity.
yeah,
Like there needs to be a balance, but it's like where do you draw the line on certain things?
right,
I'm taking my first stab at routine.
yeah.
I've never had any.
I mean, I'm slowly putting you on the whole game.
Bro, I
mean, you're young, but you're coming from a place of like no routine at all.
I never had one ever.
Yeah,
I've never.
That's okay. When I was 24, I didn't have a routine.
It's not even. It stems deep. Though. Just like
Yeah.
never had it. I never had it.
Yeah.
I've never been alone.
yeah.
Not to get like to dive. You know. Full
Yeah.
there.
Oh, no, let's
Never.
dive.
My whole life though. Never. I always had a family member living with us, a friend living with us. I got the 3 brothers.
Yeah,
I
you
just
have that.
And our house was fucking.
it's that community that you grew up in. Like, bro, I see it. You guys are all groups of like 10 guys.
My dad did, oh my God, bro. My dad didn't have he had a terrible family life, and he made damn sure that it was going to go different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, it was open door policy.
Mm-hmm. Which is dope.
Yeah, and we lived by the school, so we get out of school, 20 people are coming over, we're playing basketball, we're doing what we do.
You always had tons of guys over all the time.
I had no idea. I still have no idea how to be by myself.
That's part of growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm starting with the walk.
Yeah, it's a
you
process.
put me onto the walk.
Yeah,
which is done. I'm not even kidding you. It sounds trivial, but it's like,
oh my God.
I crack jokes about it, but dog, the walk is unbelievable.
Walk.
I had no idea.
2 days ago, me, Mike, and Blue were all on separate walks and ran into each other.
I keep driving.
What's that Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's, yeah.
I was driving. I think it was today. It might have been yesterday.
That was yesterday.
I've been here for 2 days, and I've seen every person that lives in this house.
Yeah, big walk
on
guys.
a walk.
Big walk guys.
Yeah, I do it every day. I do it every day.
I'm putting you on game right now that like just
and
being
slowly.
Being around it, like that's the first thing that starts to snowball when you do something as simple as a walk. And then you're like, holy shit.
Dude, I was in Omaha for a month, and I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I can't go on my walks.
Yeah.
It's freezing cold.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro,
the walk.
geeking about it. Because like the walk, I had a good 14-day. I was in my bag.
Mm-hmm. You're in your walk duffel.
I was in my duff.
Yeah.
And I was walking, and I was having a blast.
Yeah.
It's it was opening up a whole new day to me, though. Mm-hmm. It really was. Like, not even like,
There's a lot. I mean, I'm obviously like, a lot more, further down this.
Mike's at level 7.
I'm further down this rabbit hole.
I'm at level 1. He's at level 7.
I spent you
trying
guys
to get to level 10.
I spend so much time alone.
Mike, what's your mic?
I spent so much time alone in my room.
This cocktail's just.
You're gonna keep shaking it around. You want to go fill it up?
Got put in a fucking headlock. Put him in a headlock.
No, but it's what you said about being alone. Like I really, really, genuinely feel like that's one of the biggest issues. Now yours is an extreme case, like like you said, and the reasons and the rationales make a lot of sense. But like I'm saying, like you could be and not in a family like Skeez at all. You could have no siblings and never be alone because you're constantly like, oh, I'm watching TV. I'm watching the game. Yeah. I'm on my phone. I'm talking to someone on FaceTime. Like it's never, how are you allowed, and I've said this on this podcast before, but think about it. Like how do you get to know somebody?
I have no idea.
How do you get to know somebody though? Like say you met me, how do we get to know each other?
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
We hang out, we spend time together, like
100%. And like
you don't really
that's my bag.
Yeah. But
you know what I mean? That's my bag. But I don't know how to do it.
You could do it with yourself.
I know,
You can.
Michael. You're good. You're good. I'll give it to you. No. You're good. No, but I'll say, man, the walk is so far in my life. I've had the walk is the only thing that I've dove into personal like thought. Mm-hmm. It's still right now. It's the only thing. There's a couple moments. I'm a big stoop guy. I don't know if I kind of dropped that a while ago, but like
you're so Midwest.
Oh, bro, I'm born and bred in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah,
I love it, and like I'm gonna end up there again. But the walk is the only thing that so far that has been like, all right, put your phone down, go on a walk, look around. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's been doing wonders for like my planning. Because like this is the first time in my entire life that I've cared about something that I'm doing.
Anything.
Not even to like, and I love, bro, I'm telling you, I love sports more than fucking anything in the world, but I didn't,
Right.
I didn't care about getting better. I knew I wasn't going to any league, I was like, I'm not going to go spend all this fucking time. Yeah. I love people more than anything in the damn world. And like, I spent all my time on people, which is like, I'm going to probably continue to do it, But
you know how applicable, like, that's a great thing.
I always crack the joke where I'm like, I don't know myself that well.
Yeah.
But it's dead serious. And you gotta, fuck it really is dead serious. I have no fucking idea.
It's a funny joke.
But it's a hilarious joke, but it's like, I'm working on it. Funny. I am working on it.
If you never work on it, you know.
It'll not be funny.
It will not.
Soon.
Yeah. What I say last night coming out of the cold tub, I was like, you can have, and we had this whole discussion about it. I was like, you can have, what the fuck was it? It was about pain. Lasting pain or something. Fuck.
No, was it the discipline and the regret bar?
Yeah, that was Blues though.
That was Blues Uber.
But that's along the same lines. But
what did you say? You can have lasting pain.
Yeah. Fuck.
We know
I forget.
We know where it was going.
It was the temporary pain versus lasting pain. Temporary. Oh, so you could have the two types of pain, like the choice of exposing yourself to temporary pain in the form of growth. Like, my example was I was just in the cold tub and I was like, this sucks. I was wearing it in there.
Right.
But then when I got out, I literally had a boost of energy. For the first time, I was sat in my ass for 2 days. I've been a little cloudy and out of it. I mentioned that last week. And for the first time, I got out of there and I was like, oh, I kind of want to make a little vibe today.
Yo, that's what you said to me. You're like, yo, I had no business, no idea of making music. Mm-hmm. Got out, energy, caught a little vibe, smoked a little weed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I ended up going and making some good ideas for the first time I haven't really been inspired to in like 4 or 5 days.
That's a testament to any conflict you have in your life, whether you're like get fired from a job or get out of a relationship. I mean, it's like you find the positives out of getting out of those things.
Yeah. But it's like a choice. Like
what you're doing is a choice. I get it. That's
you can avoid the temporary growing pains.
Yeah.
The discomfort of like, I don't like being alone, man. I'm not going to be alone. I'm just going to bullshit with my friends all the time.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're going to look back when you get older, you're going to look back and regret it. And that pain is going to be stuck there. You'll never be able to undo it. It's lasting pain.
I spent hello.
Hey, Mr. Steve.
Hello.
Oh, that's Mr. Steve. He's got
Where's your little
dingleberries.
monkey, bud?
Oh, yeah.
No, man, I moved to Los Angeles when I was 18. Mm-hmm. And I spent a lot of my fucking time. It's tough to say that it was wasted time because I do love what I did. I love where it got me. I think I'm in the best situation that I possibly could be in right now with you guys. Mm-hmm. But I wasted a lot of fucking time. Mm-hmm. Whether that was because I didn't know what I was doing. I took a decent L one time. When I was doing business stuff, that kind of fucking broke me down. I thought I won. I thought I did it with this kid, and I fell apart. But it's like I spent a lot of time. I'm really good at hanging out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a hangout. No, all-star.
I'm like the guy.
You're the hangout all-star.
I'm the guy. But if you call that, going back to the FaceTime thing, if you call, I answer. Mm-hmm. And
that's why I read that for you.
In the life that or the path that I end up going down. I ain't crazy fucking busy, and it's not a great thing. And there's things I could get with, and that's why you've been putting me under the wing, and it's like dude, I'm not a fucking idiot. I know what I'm doing wrong. Like I'm not dumb. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I've known it since I was 18 years old. I've known it since I was 14 when I wasn't doing well. When I wasn't doing well at school, I'm not stupid. I'm not a dumb guy.
No,
I know I could go get straight. I could do whatever, but it's it's like, do you care? Do you want it? Are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
And I didn't do it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm really fucking excited to go nose down.
Are you going to do it now?
Yeah. Oh, bro, I'm so excited to work for the first time in my whole life. I mean it.
Yeah.
I never worked at anything.
I literally.
To get better.
I told him a long time ago I wanted to help him. But he kind of had. I said it to him multiple times.
No, you need a game tape.
But you kind of have to that switch has to go off for you. Like, I could tell that you weren't even decided if you're going to go after it yourself really at all, or like, because like, so Skeez, I met him, he was like with all the popular little LA kids who were younger and like, whether they were popular on Vine or you never did that, but these were kids, some of them are from Omaha.
It honestly was, I love all my guys. We don't need to get into those, but it's like.
No, I'm not throwing shade. I'm saying you were kind of the guy who all these kids were popular and girls were going nuts for him and like Skeez was just around and like good buddies with them, But ironically, like, I saw, coming as an older guy and like being around for a while, like I just saw Skeez, like I saw you could actually be the guy, the talent of the group.
I was navigating Hollywood really well. Yeah. Socially. Mm-hmm. And like, I get what you're saying where it was like, it definitely started with like the social media path.
Yeah. I'm saying not even to cut you off, I'm saying like you you had to decide like, oh no, I can do something myself, and not be even that Omaha, Nebraska. Look, I'm from a small town. Like, it kind of breeds that like, oh, this ain't so bad, you know? Like, fuck,
dude, I got
good buddies, you know, like, and there's validity to that. But you have to make a decision, and this is where you are in your life, and that's why I'm taking you with it, because if you have to make that decision, like, no, I'm actually gonna go after, and it will be uncomfortable. And you know what? I might not be able to hang out as much. And I actually have to spend time alone thinking about what I want and planning, and maybe missing out on some fun shit, missing out on some hangouts. But that pain that you're gonna go through, of discomfort that you're gonna feel, like being fish out of water, and not maybe like, oh, maybe this isn't me. It's your subconscious like, oh, dude, you could just be hanging out with the boys. Like that, working through that, you could have any kind of life you want. You know what I mean? And I see that in you, and that this is the opportunity, you know? So like, it's just funny thinking about, you know, that's why I started the conversation with the tour thing. And like, you guys can literally see at home, like he has no idea, he has no experience, no idea what he's even gonna do, but I guarantee you it's gonna work and he's gonna be incredible. And it will show you right then and there, I can do anything, you know? Like,
I just think, I think it's, bro, I don't feel like that guy. You know what I mean? Like, you know this. I mean, like, man, I make so many friends, and I mean it. Not in like a corny way, like, oh, I got a lot of buddies.
Yeah.
I fucking just love people everywhere I go, and like, I don't feel like a fucking pop star or an artist. I don't feel like a music guy. I don't feel like that at all.
And that's why you're with us, because you're not gonna be a pop star.
I was gonna say, I think I'll bring like, and they tried to do that. Back when I was skinny. But no,
you got fat and came over with the good guy.
I swear to God, where's my towel?
He said earlier, he's like, I might just be the overweight guy with the towel, just sweating all the time,
sweating over a conversation,
sweating off a steak,
the meat sweats. No, but I don't feel like that guy, and I think, I mean, I'll tell you, I got so fucking lucky bumping into you guys, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's how
I mean, man, I hate complaining, or I hate fucking, I'm not trying to talk any shit on Los Angeles, because it was great to me, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was fucking great to me, and I made a lot of fucking friends, and I love all these people that cared about me. No one was ever mean to me, bro. I don't know exactly why that was, but
bro, luck favors the bold. Luck favors good fortune.
Luck favors the dice. They're in my pocket. Don't make me pull them out.
Good fortune favors good people. So when you actually don't have bad intentions, and you're not trying to take advantage, and you're actually there just to be a good vibe and to make people laugh.
Dog, I had a great time with all these people. I just, when it boiled down to it, I mean, I was there. I got there when I was 18. I left when I was about 6 months ago or something. But yeah, I mean, I had so much fun. I had a blast from 18 to 21. 21 to 24, whatever it was I didn't really fucking enjoy where I was at. And I finally got into music, and I was really happy I got into music, but I did not feel at home, especially in the community of the music community in LA. And I didn't doubt my talent, but fuck, man, I just didn't fit in. And the more, I hate even trying to get there.
No, it's fine.
I didn't match up with, and I love all these people. I had good friendships with them, but I was definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? I was conceding to a lot of things that I like feel, a lot of moral. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to climb the LA pole. I did pretty well already socially. Like I didn't need to. I wasn't dying for followers, you know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't like trying to, man, I was respected for being like a nice guy and having a good time. And I got everything I needed out of there, and I don't think I needed to stay there any longer. And I bumped into Mike at the right time.
Yeah.
The ranch was kind of on its way out, and COVID hit, and we just fucking, we caught a vibe. You were leaving, and I was like, fuck, I'm trying to leave too. And he brought me on. And
yeah, I mean, I heard some of the records, and fuck, I hear a lot of upside. So it will be really, I have no doubt. It's just, it will be dope to look back at this conversation, because if you spend enough time with us, you'll really get a lot of these you'll take a lot of these steps forward, you know what I mean? About yourself, like the confidence, and because you're a super confident guy, you know what I mean?
But it's like it's a life that I was not ready for. Dog, I did.
You're in a new arena with like, you know.
Bro, when I moved to Los Angeles, it was like I was blacked out on spring break. Like completely just a mess.
Yeah.
And Sammy Wilkes blacked out in Los Angeles. Faced it. We hadn't talked in, I hadn't seen the guy in probably damn near 2 years. And like, you know, we didn't grow up together. Played football together for a year when I was like fucking 8.
Yeah.
Next time I saw him, I'm sorry about this, buddy. Next time I saw Sammy Wilk, I think I was probably 14 or 15.
Yeah.
I went to a party on his side of town. And I walk in, I got a bunch of friends there, whatever. I'm saying hi. Out of nowhere, Sammy Wilk comes out of the bathroom door butt naked. Sprinting around the party, jumps up on the ping pong table, does a little "you heard me," and then sprints back into the bathroom, and comes out clothed, and comes up to me like he didn't just do that. So, hey man, how you been? Like, Skeez, what's up? And I was like, dude, you're in your bag.
Sammy's a legend.
It was something else that happened, but you know.
Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, and then, you know, so I hadn't seen him for a while, and he came out here and he's killing it, got really successful, and, you know, he called me. I'm assuming he was probably like, man, I'm having so much fun, and I want someone to like be a part of it with me. I'm not sure why he called me, but
I mean,
you know, we had a really good friendship. We were not like best friends in the world.
Yeah.
He knew I had my people,
yeah,
but me and him had a fucking blast together.
Right.
So I got that phone call. I'm on spring break. I'm fucked up, and he's like, bro, you should come visit me. And I was like, yeah, I mean, fuck, like, all right, bet.
And then never left.
Well, yeah, and like we kind of both forgot about it.
Yeah.
I was spring break. I'm dog shit drunk.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I drive home. I'm in Padre. I drive home to Omaha, 24-hour drive. And I get back there, and it's like 2 days till, or, you know, 3 or 4 days till my flight or whatever. And he calls me. He's like, yo, like, I got you a flight. It's a one-way. Just like, let me know when you want to leave. He's like, you should come hang out. I got out there, and he put me in a fucking, I'm not going to start diving into that, but he put me in a whirlwind, and there was no chance of me going back. I just flunked out of my first semester.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I told my dad I was leaving, and he was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, you shouldn't have got to college. Like, you were dog shit in high school, and you're not doing well now.
Yeah.
Like, I was having the best time of my life that first semester. But it was time to go, man. And
as much as Los Angeles,
I could have stayed in that spot, bro. I could have stayed in Omaha, and I could have tried, and like maybe I would have turned it around if I had to put my money on it.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna turn it around.
Bro, you're right where you need to be.
Yeah,
that's how life works. I was gonna say, like, the way you're explaining Los Angeles is kind of how I feel, and almost to a T. That's why this works.
Dude, it's like, I'm not trying to like bury it, bro. I'm so appreciative of what it did for me.
But that's how you're here.
Yeah,
and then that's how you have something you're actually working. Yeah. You're working towards. But like, if you didn't go, what would you be doing?
I'd be a hell of an insurance agent.
You'd probably have a few kids, like
I'd be in my back,
drinking 16 beers on your porch.
Oh man, that sounds like a vibe.
Sounds like a vibe. Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't do that to me, because I'd be in my bag.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting to be a coach, man.
Big coach.
Ooh, I'm just waiting to coach. I'm just waiting to coach. This is my path to coaching.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in some weird way, I've somehow brought coaching into my life. Like, I feel like a coach.
You're coaching right now.
My coach.
You're my head coach. You are. You're my head coach.
Yeah.
You're my head coach. Kilmer's the assistant coach.
We brought the team. We brought the team.
Blues team captain.
Yeah.
100%
Blues team captain. Morale captain.
Morale guy. Yeah, he's a huge morale guy.
Versace is like.
Versace might be GM. In like a weird way, he might be GM,
but he's like so many roles in one.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
He's unbelievable, that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, look, we have we'll do a bunch of pods on the road.
Right. Right.
I want to really, there's a lot to dive into with him. We should do you and I will do a real one, like maybe on tour or maybe after, and like do like the kind of normal YNK setup a little more, where we like dive into his story.
Or just back at the tour bus. Why not?
Yeah. Dive into his story more. Like, I want this is a great introduction to him.
Yep.
And the fans get used to seeing more Skeez, man. It's I'll say this. In a game that's like, there's not to say there's not good people in the game, like in music, and because that's not true. There are good people, but it's hard to come by, and it's definitely hard it's definitely hard to find people that like really are in it for like all the things that turn me off about the music industry. He's none of them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's like just talent, happens to be talented, but like a really nice guy.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah, salt of the earth. Salt of the earth. So it will be a no-brainer for our fans to get on board. And then also like really one of the funniest guys. He was a little nervous sweating this one out. But really one of the funniest guys. Naturally.
You guys should have saw me before the
one of the most naturally
in.
funny guys. So like we'll have him on more and more. And I'd like to dive more into how you grew up. Because he's really had a pretty interesting, very different, even from me who grew up in a regular, you know, not just middle class, you know.
Yep.
But there's just a lot of layers. But, you know, it's really exciting. And this is also a testament to like all the shit that he was saying about feeling like he wasted time. And there's validity, and then you have to take inventory every time, which is, you know, kind of what I was saying. Like I struggle with it.
Yeah, it can't be wasted though if you take a lesson out of it.
Exactly.
If you think back, and again, that comes to being by yourself and just actually thinking about this shit.
100%.
Every single step, everything you thought was wasted, every night, every experience.
If I would have done it different, and if I would have took myself serious earlier, there's no chance I'd be right here.
Yeah, you wouldn't be you.
There's no chance. I would have done something stupid. I'd have signed a deal with fucking
Yeah.
lose weight, cut the hair.
Yeah. You wouldn't be you, and it wouldn't be
Joe
this.
Jonas.
Huge nerd.
Yeah, Joe Jonas.
Yeah, you just wouldn't be you. So it's like every single step that's taken, you know.
But you can learn from.
Absolutely.
You can learn from fucking, you know,
Absolutely.
not fucking it up, but you can learn from, you know, it's just time. It's time for me to work.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it for the first time ever, and I feel like extremely grateful that I get to be around the fellas, man. The ranch is a blast, and it's done a lot for me.
Yeah, and it's just the beginning, bro. But like, you know, what you were saying earlier about your music, I really couldn't disagree more. I think it fits amazing. I think the fans are gonna love it. I'm excited for the fans to hear it.
Yeah.
And you know, I already know the tour shit will work. It'll be great. So it's just funny. I wanted the fans to see how amateur he is, and like he doesn't even give a fuck. Like he could go home to Omaha tomorrow and not give a shit. But like these are the people these are the people that get these opportunities in my world. Like, these are the people I want to give the opportunity to. Organic, real, you know, real shit. Like we could have got 1 million people to open it. And these are big fucking shows. So we're gonna throw you into the fire, but it's gonna be good. You know, it's gonna be really good. I'm excited for you.
It's a lot of chug buds.
Yeah,
A lot of chug buds.
It's a lot of chug buds. Before we get out of here, can we talk about sex real quick?
Yeah.
I just wanted to run something by you guys because I'm like going through like this.
Kilmer can't do a podcast without talking about sex.
Kilmer's trying to get the intro to the.
He's like, all right, cool. Everything about Skeez. All right, cool.
57
Let's talk
minutes
about
in.
sex.
Let's
I'm
talk about sex.
just regurgitated out. No,
You guys can't tell yet, but he's stiff right now.
I'm going through an identity crisis right now, and I wanted to talk about it. This is where I can. This is like therapy for me in here. So I just want to get some unique perspectives in the building. I like to just talk about it, talk it through. And this is like wildly unexpected for me to say something like this. You wouldn't expect it, but I just wanted to come out and say it. I've found as I get older, and even more so right now, that I am a huge advocate, and it might be almost like my favorite go-to now, straight up missionary position.
I love missionary.
Missionary position. It used to be frowned upon. It's like,
well, it's great. It's great for the average penis.
It's
it's too vanilla.
No, it's extremely. I mean, it's incredible.
It's a very vanilla. Like,
I like it for
it's
so
like
many.
a white. It's like automatically like, oh, you got no sauce if that's your favorite.
I mean, shout out Jack
But I love
Harlow.
missionary.
No, and that's where you
Shout
start.
out Jack Harlow,
That's his
missionary
thing,
Jack.
yeah.
Everyone starts with the mish. You know what I mean? And like I started with the mission.
There's
then
a
I brought-
reason everyone starts with the mission. I told you,
It's like the alchemist. You start.
it does wonders.
You start with missionary, and then you go into Kama Sutra, and you do this all other shit just to come right back around again to enjoy
You
the
don't want to
mish.
find yourself in a position
With the mish
where
was there
there's
all
not
along.
enough meat to go around. You don't want to find yourself
Too
in a
much
position-
bread and not enough
Too
meat.
much bread, no meat.
Yeah.
You do not want to find yourself in a situation.
It's a valid point.
Missionary, it's special. It's special. A lot of eye contact.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I'm finding like I like the experience more when there's a connection. You know,
I mean, we had a lot of the.
I feel like a loser for saying that, but like
Nah, bro, I bet
You
on
know?
that.
I mean, it's
Bet on that
the
wave.
original.
I find myself
It's
like
original sex.
It's original.
Like I'll be like hitting a doggy, and I'm just like, this is kind of weird. Like I'm like staring at the wall. I'm like, what? Like I don't know.
I tell you,
what do I
I
look
could-
at? You know?
I don't know if I should do this right now. I was about to dive into something. Something happened about a week and a half ago before I got.
You don't have to use real names.
She's a star.
What was his name?
Yeah, his name was Carl. 6'4".
Carlos.
Tight end. No, I'll keep. Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I'll keep this one.
I mean, it's minute 63 of that. I don't think she's listening.
No, it's not even about her, bro. She's a star. I love her to death. But yeah, my buddies, they work in like the bartender world, so they can't go out on the weekends. Mm-hmm. So he calls me. I'm in Omaha. Not great. I called my boss Mike. He said I was good to go out on a Tuesday. So I go. He's like, "Yo, let's just have a couple cocktails. We'll hang out." I can't believe this. We go have some cocktails. Turns into exactly what it turns into every time. Yep. We're blacked out. We're doing karaoke. It's a mess. Yeah. I'm 19 cocktails in. I'm calling people I miss. And so me and my buddy Trey, we go back to my crib, and our homegirl, who shall remain nameless, comes over to the crib with us. Trayton's all blacked out. He passes out immediately. Walk in, pass out. You know how it is. Mm-hmm. Walk in, couch, knockout. Mm-hmm. And me and homegirl start getting
catching a vibe.
Yeah, we start catching a vibe. We have our situation. We have a good session. It was a blast. Mm-hmm. We've been friends for a pretty long time. Yeah. It was. I wasn't shooting. She wasn't shooting. It happened to go that way. Yeah. Yeah, and it was like hey, great job. Yeah. Great job. Mm-hmm. She said, I'm gonna call my Uber. I'm gonna get out of here. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. So I'm in my dad's hotspot. I'm at my family's house. I'm in my dad's hotspot in the garage. Mm-hmm. Not much room in this garage. Yeah. 2 cars are already in there. He's got his lucky chair. We're on our vibe.
So your dad has a lucky chair in the garage?
Oh, buddy. And it's like you got about 3 by 3. Not a lot of room. And we're in Omaha, Nebraska. Uber takes a little bit. It's 3 a.m. Uber's going to take a little bit. I finish one cigarette, put it down. If you know an American Spirit, it takes a little bit. Yeah. 10 minutes goes by. Finally, she's like, "Yo, this Uber just canceled." Like, fuck. I'm like, "No worries. You take the bedroom, I'll take the couch." This is a real homegirl.
All class.
Like, no, real homegirl though. Like, not even,
all class right
here. Real respect going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to hit the couch? Do whatever you're going to do. Before I get that out, homegirl's got her drawers on the floor in the garage in my dad's hotspot. And I'm pretty sure he's awake. And he's about 15 feet away. It's not far.
Did you fuck this girl in your dad's hotspot?
He's going to be sick. Because he might peep this. And we got the Kia. We're a Kia family. We love the Kia motors.
Good.
Diehards. I'm dogging homegirl.
We're a Kia family.
We're a big Kia. My brother's got the Kia.
On his chair?
I was rocking the
You
Kia.
stand by the Kia, huh?
Did you fuck her on his chair?
Not on. Well, yeah, but it wasn't about the chair. We were putting bodies on the Kia.
Like on the inside or the outside?
We're on the hood of the Kia.
The hood of the Kia.
We're outside the car. We're in the garage. They're parked in the garage.
I fucked in my dad's Jeep a bunch of times.
But the thing is, I got this cigarette lit still. And I got gut out. You know what I mean?
This is American.
It's greasy.
Peak male performance.
No, this is peak Omaha. It's greasy, but it's a blast. Yeah. And I've never had this going on where I'm smoking my cigarette, and I'm dogging
on the Kia.
I'm dogging homegirl on the Kia. We're a couple big bodies. We're putting dents in the Kia. We're having a vibe. Oh, she turns around, grabs the cigarette, and starts ripping it. And I'm like, this is greasy.
This is the most skeezy. This is Skeez.
This is Skeez.
This was an episode of Seinfeld,
and it was. I'll tell you though, I had a blast.
Yeah,
and it's a high five and a hey, how are you?
It's a hey, how are you?
And I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
and it was shared a Siggy fucking on a Kia. I mean,
I DM'd her the next morning. I was still a little drunk, and my boys I was telling the story, and they were all fired up. And he was like, "You got to DM her and say last night was a movie." I shouldn't have done it, but I DM'd her. I said, "Yo, last night was a movie," and she read it and just was like, "You're done." Like that's the end of that.
I love it.
Sorry, the next day I gave her a high five.
Was that the first time you took her down?
Yeah, well, that's not even on the cards for us.
Yeah, you guys are like friends.
That's not on the cards for us at all.
Yeah.
And it just like
I'm like one of those sickos that like never had female friends.
I got a ton, and I love them all to death.
Yeah,
they've all been great to me.
Sometimes you just fuck them. It happens. Yeah.
Don't get it wrong. I shoot. But, Omaha's not big. I've known these girls since I was 12 years old.
Right.
Yeah. And they've been nothing but great to me. It's like, I continue to shoot.
And they're still being great to you.
Oh, bro, I continue to shoot.
Yeah.
And, they're just like.
Love it.
I love it, but no.
Probably come into town and take a few of them down.
How good was the cigarette during sex? Like
it was unbelievable. I'll be honest.
You were
I wish it was more standard.
You were penetrating with the cigarette smoking at the same time.
Oh my God. And then she grabs it.
You had it all.
I've done that a bunch.
She grabs it.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Michael.
Oh, I feel like weed's more the vibe.
My guy's yawning while he's talking about it. He's like, yeah, been there. It's not normal, Michael. Yeah, no, it was a blast, man. She's a superstar.
We've talked about this. I think Michael's on his retirement.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to call it. I think he's probably... It's like, I feel like this is what's happening.
Break it down.
If I retire him now,
take.
I put out a feeler. If I retire him early, he's going to be upset. He's going to Tom Brady it. He's going to call the GM. He's going to say, no, I wasn't ready yet.
I need a few more.
And he's going to have a couple more.
Yeah.
Just to show you that he still got it.
It's a running joke right now for those listening still.
Well, people forget that he's coming back to peak performance. His back is healing.
I'm actually in my prime.
His back is healing.
I'm actually in my prime, but look,
don't take up golf.
I've said this. I don't know how much partying I have left in me, to be honest. Like, I'm going to always have a good time. I'm just talking about like the lifestyle.
I've been watching his care level just completely
crash.
Dwindle. And it's like, here's the thing though. I don't think Mike's ever going to remove himself from the party scene. I think he's just going to start allowing me to have parties at his homes.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in his wing. He's going to be in his wing. And I'm going to stumble into his room and he's going to be, on his monk. Hey, hello, Skeez. Thank you for coming. Here's a mushroom. I'll be like, oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
Yeah.
Mike's going to start making
Stevenson Ranch will be its own thing. I'll be in Stevenson's sanctuary.
Yeah, he's going to be in the Stevenson
somewhere
sanctuary.
in the north wing.
And I'm going to carry this torch for as long as possible.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of this approach of tapping Skeez in slowly but surely.
It's funny too cuz Mike's
I fade out.
Yeah, Mike's fading out and he's putting me on this game, right? But the thing is he's trying to find this balance of like, I need Skeez to get on this spiritual tip with me, but I also can't let him retire yet because you're speaking on retirement terms.
Yeah,
it's pulling up.
Nah. You just need. I'm just looking out for your general. I know. Well-being.
I get it. But if I dial too far in, man, I'm just gonna give up the game.
What's this for?
What are we doing?
What's all this for?
I don't like music.
I don't care.
I'm waiting for Mike's. I'm waiting for when we put the jersey in the rafters.
Yeah, I think this whole thing.
I told Mike we're gonna throw a retirement party for him not drinking anymore, and we're gonna get him all faded.
Yeah, my retirement party from drinking, we all get fucked up.
The redundant retirement party.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to be like 7 days long.
Yeah, we'll just like the last hurrah,
the mega bender.
And I don't know, like this tour almost feels like when the guys announced they're retiring after the year and the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't Tom Brady. It's like when you're getting the idea.
I'm gonna let you know.
Well, just let people, just because like what Tom Brady tried to do.
Just Brett Favre it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
it's like what Tom Brady did.
It's
like they out of nowhere, guy retires, right? Well,
allegedly.
They did it to us. Like, oh, he's done.
Yeah.
It's like, I wasn't fucking ready, Tom. And it's a bad fan vibe. But it's like, you gotta give a guy. So let me soak it in. Mm-hmm. If Mike's gonna be done,
I'll let you soak it in.
Let us have a few where we're like, oh man, this is it. Look at him.
He's still got it.
Look at Michael, he's faded.
Look at him.
Look at Michael, he's faded. Look, he's gonna make another beer pong shot. Look,
he's doing it.
Oh my God, he closed it off. He won again.
Yeah,
this is his legacy.
Let us watch it. Let us,
I'll be honest.
Let us be fans of it.
I don't know how many more of those nights we're gonna have.
Yeah.
I really don't, because like we've talked about it. Like there's a part of me. No, this is the good part of the conversation. Let's keep it going. There's a part of me that is sick and tired of
being sick and tired.
Of being sick and tired. No, sick and tired of like, I was sick and tired isn't even the right word. More so, I'm just like, I'm getting a slight feeling of like, I just think like I'm a big reinvent guy. Like I really want to like, I might fuck off and just like walk into the living room one day and be like, I'm going to Europe. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know when I'm going to come back.
As you should.
Yeah. Like I just don't know. You know what I mean? But like, there's a big.
Just leave me a credit card.
There's a big. I will. There's a big element.
Because if you leave, Michael, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a 2-year stipend.
Yeah,
I've left you guys. Every dollar I have.
Skeez, I have a map in my bathroom drawer.
Yeah, make it a treasure.
I'll make it a treasure hunt.
Yeah, make me a treasure hunt.
No, but like even that Bo Burnham quote about like, if you can live a life without an audience, do it.
Yeah.
You know, and like my whole life, pretty, if I really tuned in, and I just kind of started thinking about this, I started thinking about like when I was a kid a little more, like which I've just disconnected from like what I used to think about. This is what reflection does. But like, I remember thinking like, oh, I'm going to be famous. I thought it was for baseball, but I like knew it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And then that, you know, I kind of was like the famous kid growing up in the neighborhood. Like in Rhode Island, I was the best athlete. Like, you know, so what you think it's fame, but that means nothing, you know, like, but either way I had that, like, that was what it was about for me. Almost as much as I was good at sports. So it was my meal ticket out. Like it was my meal ticket to fame and being rich, you know, which
6'2".
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I had like a
remember.
chance, you know what I mean? So it was taken seriously out of the gate. But what I will say is like, I've actually like lived, I've just said just these last few years, gotten to like a level of fame where I'm like, I'm cool not being any more famous ever than I am right now. Yeah. There was always like, oh, what would that be like? What would that be like?
It's already borderline inconvenient.
It's inconvenient
like
right
I can see it. Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I feel super grateful that I met you when I met you. I feel like if I caught you 8 months earlier, I mean, I've watched you like, even from when I met you to now.
Yeah.
You were already, I don't think you had realized it yet. I think you realized it. I don't think you made the decision yet where you're like, man, like, I'm not happy here. I'm trying to move into a different direction. I don't think you knew exactly what the direction was, and it all kind of happened towards the end of the Stevenson Ranch in LA. But like when I met you first, I'm really glad I didn't meet you because you told me right when I met you, you were like, yeah, man, I'm like, I kind of just, the first time we had a real talk, we were both probably faded, but you're like, yeah, man, I just like, I'm dropping this ego that I had. Like, I used to have this ego. And you were just like, getting, from what I noticed, pretty good at it because there was no reason for you to like, there's no reason for Mike or even Kilmer or Blue to be like, let's have this Skeez kid over.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Yeah.
You know, when it really boils down to it. But like, yeah, I got really lucky in that moment where you guys were all kind of like,
yeah, just growing up.
Fed up with the LA thing, and I was fed up with it. I didn't really know it yet just because that's like kind of what was going on in my life. But when I bumped into you guys and started kicking with you, I was like, dude, like, this is like what I've been fucking looking for out here, man. Like guys that are having a good time. We're cracking beers and we're playing, we're competing. I can talk shit without sounding like a fucking prick because they get it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we were always good. Like,
oh, not to say you guys were ever like mean or bad people, but I think it was very like you were probably a little more open to the idea of like, let's have this fucking, you know?
Yeah.
Let's have this kid over.
Yeah, and just gut instinct. Like, you could tell people are cut from the same cloth in a way, you know, and I was always fairly good at that. But my whole point of what I was saying was just like, you know, we're at different sides of the spectrum. Like, you haven't started yet.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, I don't know, maybe I'll make music for another 5 years, 8 years, 10 years.
I don't think you'll ever stop making music.
I think
you're going to stop pursuing it as a career.
Well, yeah, like, I have money moving around a lot. Like, I got a bunch coming in where I'm like,
it got you all this.
Exactly. And what I will say is this. I love making money, and I love, you know, I see it as a sport, and I know the value of being able to give your friends and family comfort.
I was going to say, I don't think you really care about, call me out on it. I don't think you really give a fuck about making money. I think you care about what it's allowed you to do.
Yeah, it's comfort.
I mean, bro, like the fact that you can be like, yo, Skeez, come live with me. Here's a bedroom. Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
It's incredible. It changes my life. And
yeah, I'm trying to change everyone's life that I can around me. Yeah.
And that's what money can do for you.
Exactly.
Because Mike's not walking around like Mike's got a Jeep. We're just like, yeah, Jeep's a nice car.
Like, look
but
how
there's
I dress.
one Jeep for, you know, like, there's one Jeep for fucking, you know, 4 guys that are, you know, splitting around.
These neighbors have seen me in Crocs.
The only thing I see you really spend your money on, yeah, exactly. Mike's been pissing me off with how he's dressing lately during the day. It's been getting me weak. But like, the only thing that Mike that I've seen so far that you spend a decent chunk of change on that's like a little like frivolous is the homes.
Yeah.
But that's like that's a massive part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's like your whole vibe.
We make the
like
we make the
buying cars.
We make the songs here. We make
you're
the
not buying
podcasts.
bottles
We make
at
the
the
videos.
table.
We do everything in these homes. So like the same way you're gonna do it when you get rich, because you will, is you do.
Fuck yes.
Like the way I see it is like you'll literally be able to take the blueprint exactly and do it exactly, and then be able to go to Omaha, get a nice house, and make music in your house, do podcasts in your house. It's the same blueprint.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's like the only reason I even moved to Los Angeles. I was just like, dude, if I stay in Omaha, there's no way I'm gonna. I should say there's no way, but the path to, it's not the money. The path to changing the lives that I'm trying to change.
Yeah, being
is
comfortable.
a lot quicker.
You want to live a comfortable life
It's
where
like,
you don't
dude,
worry
my family
about.
fucking my dad works so damn hard. My mom works so damn hard. Like,
dude,
I'm trying to get him on a lake with their best friends. We got
Well, after what you did to his Kia.
especially what I did to the Kia.
yeah, for real.
But it's like, I'm
Show
trying
them
to
respect.
They deserve. I mean, bro, they deserve it, and everyone feels this way. Well, most people feel this way about their parents. I got really lucky, but yeah, it's like, dude, I'm not trying to go to the club and drop 50 bands. Let's start, pouring Dom Perignon on our Rolex.
Cheesiest shit
Dog,
ever.
it's just like, I mean, I'm gonna be in this. I'll be in the same jeans if they fit.
Hopefully.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully they're too big at
So
one
it's
point.
like, yeah, and that's another thing I was rocked with Mike. I was like, dude, the guy's got money and he's not fucking.
Yeah,
It's not the point. The point is that's what it can do for you and what it can do for the people you care about.
Yeah. And my least favorite part about this all, like, what the quote I said about, like, living in front of an audience. Like, I love the reason I have the money we're talking about, the reason I'm able to help my family and friends is because of our audience. Mm-hmm. And because of the bond that we have with an audience that's not mainstream. It's almost family-esque. Like, they come up to me, the fans come up to me, and they literally know, like, pretty much who I am to a T. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's beautiful, and it's been beautiful, and I don't regret one bit of it. It's the only way this would have worked, and it's the only way I could do this. I could never fake, or I could never, like, that's why the videos are the way they are. You never see me, all right, guys, action. Like, girls, shake your ass. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got them shaking their ass when the cameras aren't on. You know what I mean? I'm not telling them to do it.
Facts.
But what I'm saying is the audience part of this life is what is going to drive me away the quickest.
Yeah, and you shouldn't feel guilty about that.
Yeah, and that's like, know? And that's no.
For as
it's
much
not,
as what it gave
Well,
you.
bro, you also got lucky that your fans understand it.
Yeah, they do. They do. My fans, whenever this happens, I don't know. Like, who knows? Maybe I take a break.
I love that we're on the retirement party vibe.
No, it's a real thing.
Not quite yet, but well.
I just don't know what it will be, when it will be. All I'm saying is, like, that aspect. And my audience has given me the ability to do this the way I actually could do this and make a living and not hate myself. Like,
well, I'll tell you, man, I spent that 5 years in Los Angeles, and socially I was, I've been around fucking, not to be that guy, I've been around it all. I've met all these people, I've met all the famous people,
Mm-hmm.
And and this, honestly, I was taking label meetings, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, because I was like, man, I need some fucking money. I was like, I gotta figure this out. So I went to a couple meetings, and one of the, like, questions they were asking me, like, if you could model your career, like, if you could look at some artist and, like, try and do what they're doing, who is it? And they're all expecting me to say fucking, Post Malone,
Jay-Z,
whoever the fuck it is. And I'm sitting there the whole time. I'm like, oh yeah, my buddy Mike. And they're all pissed. They're like,
the guy who didn't do the label
it's like,
deal.
well, he's not a household name. He's not. I'm like, he don't want to be. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not the angle. And, like, that was when I was like, there's no reason for me to be entertaining even these deals.
Yeah,
I always knew, right? Like, I always knew when we got a friendship going, I was like, yeah, I really, like, that was one thing, like, one of the first things I ever kind of attempted to manifest. I was like, dude, like,
yeah,
what he's doing in the fashion that he's doing it is exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's exactly, you got your boys, the company is one big family vibe, and, you're living a life that's fucking, honestly, I don't know any other person that's doing it this way. And it's just like,
Yeah, and look, you wouldn't be here if it was just obvious to me that this is actually, like, if I thought it should be with somebody else or give you a better shot, I would say go do it. We're already so busy. Like, we don't even have enough guys to run our fucking businesses.
100%.
We don't need another guy. Like, that was why it's slow played having you come, because, like, I just want to be able to be along with my stuff, and I had a rebrand happening. Like, we met when I was Mike Stutt. I hadn't even rebranded yet.
Dude, you were like, you were just getting these records going that you were like, oh my God, this is a whole new. This is brand new.
But like, the reason you're here is because it actually makes the most sense for you too, and it makes sense for us. Like, who knows? Say I do bag it in 3 years, and these guys want, like, they'll be able to do your stuff and transcend your apply everything we've done on our end. You know, and look, who knows? Who knows how long it goes on? But I just feel like this is a great little window. This window.
You guys are watching. You guys are watching the farewell tour.
Yeah.
How long it lasts?
How long it lasts? I don't know.
How long it lasts is up in the air.
But this window of time right here is gonna be real special. Like, the highs obviously was a huge wave, but just this keep going. The rest of this project, it could be a send off. You know what I mean? It could be like the trilogy, like that might be it. You know, who knows?
We'll see.
But it will be the best time of our lives. You know?
Sure.
Like that's for damn sure.
It's gonna be a wild couple of years.
Yeah. It will.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And Skeez will be there for it. But yeah,
I'm fired
Skeez, get familiar with Skeez. He has some great records out already, but like, you know, in the coming 3, at least before we get on tour, you can expect some new records. Catch the wave. Good stuff.
Skeez, send us out.
He said, "Send us out." Thanks, John. Back to you in New York. No, man, I'm super grateful to be around these guys, man. I got really lucky, so there's really not much I can say. I'm excited for the tour. Check the records out. I got some more coming. And,
just the beginning, baby.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking excited. So
you ready?
Yeah, let's have some cocktails.
I'm gonna go find a loose cigarette. Go walk around the neighborhood. I had a couple of cocktails.
Dig through the couch.
You can see the legs. I'm fucking shaking over here. Yeah, man, I love these guys, and I'm super grateful. And
a new Steve.
Yeah, only Skeez coming soon. All nudes.
Only. Hey, we laugh, but you'll be making a living on a site called Only Skeez.
Skeez is gonna be special.
You will be making a living on Only Skeez.
Yeah.
Mark our words.
We're starting. I'm gonna be selling layup packages. I'm gonna be selling just ball handling
euros.
Ball handling movement. Yeah. Transitions.
What I will say is Skeez laughs at it now, but I will have him reading all these books. And if he doesn't, then
man,
his career won't go the way go the way I'm guiding it.
Yeah, if I don't read, I'm gonna be with this brand new company called Colonial Life Insurance. If you guys need anything, I'm your man.
Yeah, the reading will be a big unlock for you to follow your journey, sir.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to read, but once we get there,
we can start there.
Yeah, once we get there,
we'll start there.
Cheers.
Yeah, man.
Cheers, boys.
Sweet.
Cheers, man. I do appreciate you guys. So,
of course,
love you, man.
Let's have a good couple of years. You know,
I need to bug.
I love you, Dad.
Thanks, Pop.
All right.
Shout out to my coaches.
We're out.